Thanks for joining us on Family Unit. I'm Felicia, and today we're going to take a look at designing cards using the Cricut Joy. Supplies for this project include the Cricut Joy, Cricut cutaway cards, a Cricut card mat, a Cricut Joy pen, and a weeding tool. Before we get started, we'd love it if you would subscribe, like, share, and comment. It really helps us out. So let's go over to Cricut's Design Space software and start with a blank canvas. Before we start, there are a bunch of already created projects in the software, and if you want to use those, click on Projects on the left and use the search feature. But I'm going to create my own and click back on Canvas in the upper left corner. I'm going to select Images on the left, and from the image search screen, click the Image Sets link under Highlighted Categories. In the search box, I'm going to type Insert. This searches all the image sets and provides me a listing of all the sets that apply to insert. In the first set, I'm going to scroll to find what I'd like to use for my card. Once I have selected one, I'm going to click the Add to Canvas button in the bottom right. Note that the size is 4 inches by 5.25 inches in the size box in the menu across the top. This works perfectly for cutaway cards that I'm going to use for this project, which are actually 4.25 inches by 5.5 inches. We moved into a new house and are having company come and stay with us for a few days, so I'm going to make some welcome packages like you would get at a bed and breakfast. Back under Images, I'm going to search for Welcome to Our Home and find an image that would look nice on a card. And once I've found one, I'll click on Add to Canvas. I'm going to adjust the size by clicking on one of the squares in the corners, and then I'm going to move the insert image over just a little bit. Now I want to adjust the image itself, so I'm going to ungroup it by clicking Ungroup in the right. This allows me to select the flowers in the mason jar and change them to draw using a pen, and allows me to adjust the color to blue. Then selecting the message and flowers again, I'm going to regroup them. Then when I mouse over the upper right corner of the welcome image, I get a double curved arrow. Holding the Shift key down, I can then move the mouse and rotate the image, and then grab the corners and resize it down, placing it on top of the insert. You can zoom in at the bottom if it helps to be able to see the design better. Then I'm going to go ahead and adjust the size to fit nicely within my insert and go up under Align and Align Center. Now I want to make sure that I have the right machine selected. In my case today, I'm going to be using the Cricut Joy, and then I'm going to click Make It. I can tell I missed one step because the flowers are showing up on a map by themselves. So I'm going to cancel and go back and select everything again and then click on Attach in the bottom right corner. Now I can actually go and make it and that everything will appear properly on the mat. And then my base material, I'm going to select cardstock, and Design Space tells me that I'm going to be starting first with the pen. So I'm going to go ahead and load the pen and the mat into the machine, and then the Go button will be lit in Design Space, and I'll be able to click that and my design will start cutting. Before I can start cutting, I need to remove the backing on the back of my cutaway card, making sure that the sticky part stays on the card itself. Once I have that backing removed, I can then apply the insert to the card with the pretty side or the shiny side face down, and then grab my card mat and insert my card into the mat so that it's now ready to go into the Joy for cutting. So the first thing I need to do is change out my blade to my pen and then insert my mat, and the process will start. When the pen part is completed, Design Space will tell you or prompt you to insert the blade for the cutting part. Just follow the prompt on the screen, switch out the blade, and the process will continue to cut. When the cutting is done, Design Space will prompt you to unload the mat. You can then remove the card from the mat and weed out the pieces that you don't need in the design. Any little pieces that you accidentally pick up, you can always place back down. And there you have it. This is a basic design, and you can get as creative as you want. I simply used images and parts that are already in Design Space, but you could absolutely create your own designs. Just have fun with it, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more crafting tutorials.